No matter how much progress you make, it often still feels like you haven't achieved financial success yet. There will always be someone your age who, as it seems, is much better with money. Taking an honest look at your financial situation is not an easy task, but if you look at the key indicators of your financial condition, it will help you soberly assess the situation and see your real progress. You invest. You should be proud if investing in appreciating assets is part of your financial routine. Although everyone should invest the money they can, a large percentage of people do not invest anything at all. Just setting aside some money to invest for your future means you're on the right track, even if the amount seems small. Even investing in a home for yourself is an accomplishment that should benefit your future and set you up for success. It may seem like you're falling behind if you don't already have a few $1 million to retire at 35, as many people seem to do today, but the reality is that this is rare. Even slow and steady progress in investing is already an achievement. You can pay your bills on time. Even if you're not in the top 1% for your age, if you can pay your bills on time, you're doing better than you think. If you can pay your rent, phone bill, and food expenses, then you can breathe a sigh of relief. The reality is that many people are unable to pay their bills due to a lack of financial discipline, or because they don't make enough money. They have to choose which ones to pay, which brings up a whole host of new problems, such as late fees. If you cannot pay for an apartment or mortgage, then after a while the landlord will kick you out of the house or the mortgage company will impose a foreclosure. If you do not pay for the car loan, then the bank will also impose a penalty. Now you understand that the ability to pay bills on time is very good. You can control your expenses. To be successful financially does not mean spending less than you earn, but it means being able to control your expenses. Many people are unable to do this, and this is impossible to ignore because it is the first step to improving their financial situation. For example, buying an expensive item like a new car without much thought or even a few small purchases can set you back years financially. Being responsible for your spending and not succumbing to impulse purchases can be easier said than done. Easy access to credits and constant advertising make you spend as much money as possible. If you can resist the urge to overspend, that's a clear sign that you're heading in the right direction. You are insured. Part of financial well-being is protection from financial loss. Having proper insurance coverage helps reduce risk. If something happens out of your control, you have protection. The amount of insurance required varies. For example, homeowners insurance is important if you own a home, as is full car insurance if your car is worth decently. Health insurance is important for protecting against life destroying medical bills. And life insurance is necessary if you have a family. That depends on your income. Having the right insurance means that you won't incur catastrophic costs in the event of an accident. You have savings. Just the presence of a small amount in a savings account set aside for a rainy day indicates that everything is in order. This is an additional airbag that provides peace of mind in case of unexpected events. Even if you are not where you would like to be, it is still an achievement. Ideally, you should have an amount that covers almost half of your annual expenses. But even $1,000 or $2,000 is better than nothing. It means that you are moving in the right direction. It can take years to build up, so don't worry if the amount is still small. You don't worry about money around the clock. As a rule, you sleep peacefully. If there's anything that keeps you awake, it's probably not money. Everyone worries about money to some degree, even the richest. But if these fears do not interfere with your sleep, then everything is fine financially. Financially stable people are able to minimize their money fears because they are in control. They are confident, know they can pay the bills, and take steps to improve the future by investing in protection against major losses. You have manageable debt. The presence of any debt can be demotivating because it takes a lot of time to repay it, plus interest. But if the debt is manageable and you are moving towards reducing it, this is already cool. It seems that friends, family, and people on social networks buy everything easily: expensive education, cars, houses, gifts, travel. But they, most likely, also have debts. And if they spend thoughtlessly, most likely they have a lot of debt. Of course, there are those who make large purchases without debt, but this is rare. Your progress in reducing debt is a reason to be proud. Your net worth is growing. You'd be surprised how many people never see their net worth rise. Many go into the red because of excessive borrowing. Student loans and credit cards do their job. The increase in net worth over time is a great achievement. It should not double every year. This is not common. As you accumulate wealth, your net worth is more dependent on assets whose prices fluctuate. If you see steady growth through earnings and investments, that's a great sign. You have a stable income. You don't have to earn hundreds of thousands a year to feel financially secure. The very fact of a stable income indicates that you are keeping the situation under control. If now you earn less than you dream, this is normal. Many people live like this. The main thing is not to stop. Try new professions, improve your knowledge, look for part-time jobs or additional sources of income. Income is your main lever on the way to prosperity. With its help, you can pay off debts, afford important purchases, and eventually come to financial independence. Inference: there will always be people who have a better financial situation. But this is not a reason to consider yourself a loser. Appreciate your small financial achievements. They are important. The path to prosperity requires time and endurance. When you mark each step forward, this path becomes easier and more enjoyable. Remember, your path is not a competition. Even if your steps are small, you are already moving forward. Financial freedom does not come overnight, but every smart decision is a contribution to your tomorrow. And remember that even small steps forward are better than standing still. Subscribe if you want to move towards financial freedom together. Like the video if it was helpful.